Good evening to everybody. Welcome to this video. So I'm going to explain you what is this video for. So for this, I'm going to introduce you the informative data. And my name is Jorge Toro, and I am a master's degree student at UTPL University. So in this final recording, I'm going to introduce a research study that I carry out in Unidad Educativa Giordano Bruno. So I am delighted to present these findings of a research study conducted at Unidad Educativa Giordano Bruno. The research focused on enhancing instruction through needs analysis and situational analysis. Our aim was to explore critical practices in instruction enhancement and assess the unique needs of challenges of learners. The research was carried out in collaboration with 3 teachers from the institution mentioned before and 23 students of second-year high school. So we conducted interviews and used the institution's laboratory and the structured program for data collection and tabulation. So this research, we gained valuable insight into the learning environment, identified areas for instructional improvement, and developed tailored strategies to enhance learning outcome. So in this slide, I'm gonna introduce the needs analysis. So according to CIE Global 2019, the process of conducting a needs analysis is essential for educators. It allows them to carefully identify and supply to the specific learning needs, preferences, and goals of the students. So it's important to mention that as educators, it's important to understand the students' needs and the context in which they learn through a careful analysis and deliberate design. So with this, we can create courses and truly meet the needs of all learners. So let's see about the importance of needs analysis. So in this part, we can see 3 charts in which I'm going to mention the addressing student needs. So in this part says that needs analysis ensures that course content addresses the skills, knowledge, and abilities that students require. The next chart talked about understanding the context. The situational analysis provides insight into the social, cultural, and economical factors that impact students' learning. And the last chart says improving learners' outcomes. So by using these practices, we can create targeted courses that foster deeper learning and produce more effective outcomes. So the instruments used for needs and situational analysis were 3. The first one, which is surveys, there were surveys for teachers and students as well. The next one is the focus group. In this part, I worked with a UTPL team, which are my classmates. I have to mention that it was really fun and interesting to work with them. And the last one, which is a statistical analysis. In this part, we used Socrative, which is a really nice tool in which you can have, or you can create tabulation of the analysis or the investigation you're carrying out. So let's talk about the results of needs and situational analysis. And the first part, you can see that the result will help us determine what specific skills and knowledge we need to target in our course assignment. So it's important to mention that in the research in the surveys we identified students' needs. So and it's about academic support. So a significant number of students expressed the need for additional academic support The other point that I have to mention is about emotional support, which I think is really important to mention this because many students indicated a need for emotional support, highlighting their feelings of stress and anxiety. The other point is career guidance. A notable portion of students expressed the need of career guidance information regarding future jobs prospects. And the last point that I want to mention is about technology access. So several students highlighted the need for improved access to technology, including laptops, software, available internet connections to facilitate their learning and research activities. The next point is the situational analysis. In this part, I have to mention in this part, I have to mention the insights gained through situational analysis will inform our course design, so helping us tailor our approach to the unique needs of our students. So I have to mention the situational analysis. There were some points, for example, the engagement and motivation. So some teachers noted challenges related to student engagement and motivation in the remote learning environment, indicating a need for strategies to enhance students' participation. The other thing is the limited student interaction. The teachers expressed concerns about the reduced opportunities for student interaction and collaboration, leading to a less dynamic learning environment. The other point is the technology accessibility. As I mentioned before, now teachers highlighted issues related to student access to technology, including limited availability of devices or unavailable internet connections, which can hinder students' participation and engagement. So these results from the needs and situational analysis can serve as a foundation for developing targeted interventions and initiatives to address the identified student needs and improve the overall learning environment. So in this part, I'm going to talk about the course design that I mentioned before. But in this part, I'm going to be more detailed because the name of this course is called the Mastering English Conversation. That's the name I choose for this course. I'm going to explain you what are the contextual factors and the course design elements. The contextual factors are the student needs. And the course design element says that the students need to enhance spoken English proficiency for academic and social purposes, encompassing effective communication, listening, speaking, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, pragmatic, and confidence. Now, learning environment. So, for the mastering English conversations. So, the program is designed to be immersed and interactive. It incorporates interactive exercises, authentic materials, and practical activities to engage students in dynamic conversation. Assessment criteria for the program include evaluating students' improvement in listening and speaking skills, fluency, accuracy, and confidence in expressing themselves in English. So at the end of the course, the students have to advance from A2 to B1. So it's important. The next slide that I'm gonna mention the implementation plan for the course design. I took 3 important points that are for me the most important points that I think it's really relevant to mention here. So the first element is develop implementation timeline. So for this part, I designed the course for 200 hours, but it's going to be in 8 months. So the teacher can have enough time to cover all the topics with no problem at all. The second is the syllabus framework that I used to develop this course. The first one is functional syllabus and situational syllabus. And the last point, which is prepare course materials. So in this part, I put the materials that are going to be used for this course that I designed. So you can see that it's useful, the English laboratory classes, course materials like textbooks, workbooks, audio recordings, visual aids. Resources like online platforms, dictionaries, grammar references, multimedia resources. And the assessment, which is very important, like quizzes, tests, speaking and listening evaluations, writing assignment. Yeah, so the conclusions, for me, I took 4 points. The first one is, which is the needs analysis and situational analysis. So through analyzing student needs and contextual factors, we can create targeted courses that maximize learning outcomes. Effective implementation, as a good planning and implementation increase the chances of successful course outcomes. The importance of data. Effective course design is based on thorough analysis and responsive to student needs and the learning context. The last point is student-centered approaches. So by focusing on the unique needs of students, we can create courses like the course I mentioned before that foster deeper learning and promote better outcomes. So as you can see here, these are the references that I used in order to develop this research study and course design, which I think is really, really nice and helpful. And maybe I think it's gonna help a lot of teachers and students in the future. I hope so. Okay, that's for tonight. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.